Hello and welcome to my announcement video for the Chaostober readathon. I am, as I said, filming this immediately after my last video, but I changed my shirt so that it looks like I broke it up a little. Normally each month I join a readathon that has very specific prompts, and then I go through all of the prompts and pick out the book that I plan to read for that, even if I only typically get to about 5 books a month. I did get to 8 in September. Chaostober is a little different. Every person who joins, their prompts, there's only one, and it's completely specific to you. For example, you might pick that for the month of October, you're only going to read classics, maybe only reading nonfiction. It doesn't have to be genre specific. It can be only reading a book set in the early 2000s, only reading a book with neon covers. You could get hyper specific and only read books from a specific really long series. In the past, I have typically done, I can only read arcs and sequels in October, which is kind of like Arctober. This month I am making it especially chaotic, and I am allowing myself to read anything that is what I consider a challenge book. So that means I can't just go on my bookshelf and pick up a book as a mood read. Not that I ever do that, but respect to those who do. I can't just pick up a book on a whim or start a new series. It has to specifically fit one of my challenges that I am trying to do towards the end of the year. So yes, that's my backlist for arcs, my backlist for sequels. I am currently in the middle of like 80 series. But it also includes my 12 and 12 challenge, where I am currently on book 8 and need to be starting book 10. And it also involves my Aurelium monthly catch-up. And I have maybe 1 or 2 books that I have said I would buddy read with people that I haven't gotten to yet in the year. I think I've done all of the other buddy reads. For my Aurelium catch-up, that is a very specific prompt in the magical readathon that I play. The issue with making a TBR for either of these is that I've essentially made it so that I won't know the book until I start. So playing Aurelium catch-up will be 2 of my 3 current reads throughout the whole month. So here's where I'm at right now. I'm reading Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies because allegedly this does have some kind of subplot that involves dancing, and so that is one of my 2 prompts for that readathon. I'm less than 10% into that. And then I'm reading Thunderhead because I have to read a book where it is a vertical title on the spine. I'm 25% into that book. So once I'm at 50%, I'll start being like, oh, what is the next prompt? So this book, my 3rd book in my current reads, is what I will consider my Chaostober read. And I'm halfway through this one. I'm hoping to get as far as I can into it in the final day of September. So that means that my first book will be none of my Aurelium prompts, but specifically a Chaostober book. And to make it extra chaotic as someone who likes to have a very rigid TBR, I will be drawing from a jar. This jar has, I believe, 20 different book titles that are formed as challenge reads that are from old Bookopoly community read prompts. That was a mouthful. I'm not caffeinated. I'm sorry if my speech pattern and facial expression is not as natural as normal, because I am not awake enough to function. Now, I did put on each one whether it is a sequel or arc, so that way I can try and always be reading a sequel or an arc. And I'm not reading an arc, so I should pick that one. So I'm gonna put this back. This one says book club, and I'm not reading a book club book, so we'll let it count. The X-Bows. I think this is a book pick from the Bookish Swifties Club. I can't remember if this is the September or October pick. I actually have no idea what this book is about either. So that is frightening. This is like the newest book I could have possibly gotten from this prompt list. But okay, let's do it. It looks like I can also say that my next Aurelium prompt is a mystery, and so for that one, I will be reading The Jade Setter of Jan Loon. I think that's by Fonda Lee. Yes, and that is a novella set in the Jade City series, so it does count as a sequel. Those are my 2 books on my TBR for October. If you want to take part in the October Chaostober readathon, let me know and I will see about how to get you a Discord link via TikTok. All right, bye guys.